restart.
It's not gonna even work. Did we lose all that? We're gonna have to bleep a lot of it.
Burn the house down.
Burn the house down.
Burn the house down.
Burn your house down.
Burn the house down. We'll just burn the house down.
Burn your house down.
They burned down their last house. Burn your house down. Burn down your house. Why would you burn down your own house?
I'm so excited. It's so good to see you, Bone.
Welcome, Bone, to the fuck.
It's so good to see Bone. Dude, he showed up to one of the concerts over the...
This is more than a
That's
fucking
how
special
welcome
guest.
is. Yeah,
This is a fucking classic.
a classic.
Well, I couldn't be happier to be here, boys. And I mean it.
Hell yeah.
No, say it.
I genuinely mean it.
It's a nice little time capsule. Something for the memories, you know?
Exactly, dude. That's what I was saying. Imagine in 10 years we watch this shit, dude.
Yeah, it'll just always be hanging out on the internet somewhere. Just
Just-
deep in the corner, you know? It's basically a family photo album. Think about it that way.
Nobody watches. Nobody watches.
Share it. We just post it on YouTube.
Someday it'll
It's
get
the
big.
occasional story clip, dude. Those are the
Dave,
best.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but when I have time, it's fun to... But you gotta have a good moment to clip. Sometimes it's just boring and we're just fucking talking about...
Post them anyways, huh?
Send-
Got to.
Shame type of process.
100%.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
is what it is. You know?
Yeah, it's like tune in if you want to.
Tune out if you...
It's kind of just for the bros. People are. I feel like hangouts are at an all-time low. So it's
They
like
are.
it's kind of just we're hanging out, and then if you watch, you're kind of hanging out with us. At least you're catching up. You know.
I don't ever hang out anymore, but I do this, and this is exactly what I wanted, was fucking Corbone to hit me up.
Come hang out,
Imagine
dude.
if our old hangouts were recorded.
Well, there's levels. There's
Like-
levels. Yeah, just four people sitting like this.
Yeah. People saw it, the other two people are like, bro, have you heard this?
This is the one, dude. Same song 4 times.
Young Dolph. I will say this man introduced fucking everybody into Young Dolph.
Oh, rest in peace.
Young Dolph's #1 fan.
The first man.
Probably not.
Rest in
But I
peace.
do like Young Dolph, dude. And the thing about Young Dolph is that even today I discovered new Young Dolph songs that are fire.
So you're still bumping
Because
this out.
everything is fire, but you might not realize it the first time.
It's true.
That's a good point. Different moods. You know, you come to a song in
Yeah.
a different mood, totally different vibe.
Exactly. That's the best.
He's
one.
always on.
This is the music man, though.
Dude, I had a gripe last pod that we can't listen to music and talk about it. Like, imagine if we could just be bumping right now.
Just playing songs in the
So
background.
you want to be able to talk about it.
Yeah, dude. It's the only thing I really can just talk about, like, without fucking have to think about it or write notes or fucking go or prepare.
The point is that that's what we talked about before, and it was awesome. So I think we should. Who told you you can't?
Good point, Dave. You gotta spread your wings, man.
It's just copyright. It's copyright.
Music reviews, those album reviews on YouTube. Like the kid and his dad.
Yeah, I've seen people doing, like, reactions, but I don't know how people do that, to be honest. I'm not sure how to do it legally.
Right with people that do that though, because they're like using somebody else's content to make content, and it's like a very easy way to make content.
Right. Like I get why I get why they can copyright it. But
Yeah, I agree.
because that's the thing. You can post it. They won't take it down usually, but they just will take any money you make off of it, and we don't make a fucking penny. We're
Yet. Yeah, we're looking for sponsors. We're looking for sponsors.
Prize picks.
We're looking for sponsors.
Picks, DraftKings. We're
Use
doing
code.
well. Use code SUCKBY.
It'd be burn your house down.
BYHD.
BYHD. How do you feel about the name?
I love it, dude.
Think it's fun.
What inspired it?
Just a
It's
combo.
easy to remember. That's the one thing that whenever I'm like, what is it? I'm like, I just remember.
It's in the zeitgeist.
House down.
I don't know.
People say it. It's like a buzzword. It kind of catches the eye, and that's why.
It does.
And people's houses are burning down.
People that were once liberal are turning on. The part that I Well, they realized the government left their ass stranded. Didn't even put fucking water in the fire hydrant.
They ran out of pressure
They
for
did
sure.
it.
Dude, they're like, yeah.
And they're paying them no fucking tax.
They didn't run out of water. They were using so many fire hydrants at the same time, they all depressurized.
Pump more in.
Really, Dave? Is that
I swear to God.
What happened?
I heard that they were all fucking dry. Fucking in charge. I don't know if this is true. This is just what like. I like to say I read it somewhere, but really I saw a video of it somewhere.
Yeah.
But I read somewhere that the person who's in charge of like all the fucking fire department shit in LA makes like $750,000 a year to ensure there's water in the fire hydrants or that it works. Whether it was the pressure.
That's their only job.
Yeah, you're making $1 million and you can't, and then that's the result.
That's the only job?
That's like $60K in Los Angeles.
No, that's a good point, though.
Bro,
Yeah, they have a
was it a
tent.
girl?
female, yeah.
Sounds like a man.
Isn't he? What's it called? I don't know, like the verbiage to it, but
President.
she's putting a stop to, like, there has to be a certain amount of women in this role and a certain amount
Yeah.
of black people in this role.
It's merit. He's merit based.
Yeah,
Yeah,
affirmative
yeah.
action. You got
Like-
rid of like the affirmative action stuff. Which is all
Yeah,
that.
which is how it should be. Especially for, like, firefighters and shit, dude. It's like, I don't give a fuck if the person is a male or a female. I just want someone that's going to be able to do the job
I just
correctly.
want someone
I totally agree with that. I really do.
You can be a fireman.
So it shouldn't
I mean
have a rule, like, I have to hire... Like, there's 2 good candidates, but I already have enough males, and now I have to choose this female for some rule. Like, that shouldn't be a...
I totally agree with that. I really do. What about you, Damon?
Everybody agrees with that.
I agree, because what if there's a profession like a nurse?
Not everyone, David.
No, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I fully do.
I agree.
I think maybe in October people felt differently. I don't think anymore. You know?
Dude, everybody
World
thought
just
the
changed.
world was gonna, like, they're like, what happens if Trump wins? It's gonna be like World War III.
Right.
It's like, dude, the vibes have been immaculate ever since. At least a lot better.
Yeah, I agree. Positive for sure. People.
For me, I have to totally agree. But in the workplace that I work at, it's not the same. It's
Anything with substance to it that's actually changed, or is it all a mental thing?
but that's with the election and anything. That's like
For the most
What
part,
happened?
nothing's really changed.
I don't know the policies and stuff.
We were talking about what he's really only done is change the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America.
USA, dude.
Which is awesome.
It's awesome.
In Mexico, did they agree to that?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't
They can call it.
They have maps too.
They can call it what they want. We'll call it.
That's a good point. I never even thought of that.
Of course.
Yeah, like it's
that's-
still
No, yeah.
right next to Mexico.
Yeah. It's just what
But
we'll
that's
call
the
it.
thing. It's like, hey, that's what he's saying. He's like, well, I'm gonna come in and do whatever the fuck I want.
But
He's like, we can
Like,
call
we
it
have this
whatever we want.
leverage.
but
It was kind of a weird move.
what I thought it wasn't pointless. It definitely
Sends a message.
it brought pride to America. It's like it made us proud to be Americans. For some weird reason, the Gulf of Mexico going to the Gulf of America is like, we did it.
It's not a weird reason. It's just
Until
the
we
reason.
buy Canada, we have not done it.
That's right. We were talking Greenland last time too, dude.
We'd be fucked.
What about that Panama shit? Is that dangerous? No, he definitely did. He said, "Is that dangerous?"
Taking territory is
No.
always dangerous. People can get butthurt.
Yeah.
I'm not smart enough to know like the.
Because that's my worry. That's my big worry. Last pod, I'm worried that I could be as disastrous as Ukraine and Palestine.
Yeah, you're right. The thought of us just saying we're gonna go take another place in general is kind of concerning.
Right. But here,
I don't know the background to it. Is this something that's been discussed?
that's a fair question.
Fucking great point. If you're the leader of Panama, I see why that doesn't sound like a great move.
I wouldn't like that.
We just lost our shit underneath my control, which is not great.
Yeah, he's not the
But
president
if
anymore.
you're the people, for all you know, it could be like the best thing that ever happened.
Right. Right. It's a good point.
Like, yeah.
I don't know shit about Greenland either.
We're talking about Panama.
Because I get all the justifications. Like we did build it, but we built it with their labor.
By the canal.
'Cause this was
we
like-
built the canal.
we built the
Tell me
canal.
we built the country.
No, just the canal. In like early 1900s.
And so he wants to take the whole country or just the canal?
That's the confusing part.
Canal. And then he wants to take
Take
Greenland.
that fucking canal, I think, but not the country.
Because we're already basically in charge. Like,
Dude,
You know.
I don't think he wants to do anything with the canal that's like, he shouldn't. I probably just wants to make it run smoother and be more efficient and have control of it.
he wants it so he can let Jeff Bezos' yacht go first. Jeff Bezos' yacht gets a fast pass. That's what it is.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I shouldn't be talking.
I'm
Let me
with you.
just
dude.
clarify that. I shouldn't be talking about it.
I'm loving this. But it's a good point.
That's heat, dude.
Isn't Elon like the richest man in the world by fatty right now?
He's not is how
See, that's what's crazy to me. Is like he obviously is, but he doesn't have the most money in his bank account
No.
because his companies are worth the most.
I'm curious when he became a citizen.
Of the United States.
And how long he's been a citizen.
Because he built PayPal.
That's what I'm really curious about. He is from South Africa.
Africa.
Awesome. So are you, apparently.
Jesus. Dude, his dad has been shitting on him so much.
Guillermo?
No. Oh my god. That's so mean. No, Elon's dad, dude. Have you seen like the interviews? He just
No.
like dunks on him all the time. It's so mean, dude. It's like no wonder Elon's such a loser.
But there is a criteria to joining the government when becoming an American from a foreign country. If you're a first generation American, there's a criteria for how high you can get in the political government. You can't be president. I don't know. And you do have to be
He doesn't have like a government role right now, besides leader of the whole entire new branch. That is kind of the dope.
And how long do you need to be a citizen before you can be a part of a branch of government? You know what I'm saying? There's criteria to all of it. I know that. I had to pass high school knowing it, but I definitely have forgot it since. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're thinking they're potentially breaking some rules, pulling some strings for Mr. Musk?
For sure.
Never thought about it.
I can see.
Honestly, I do think it's a little bit weird how involved Elon is in like politics and the rest of it.
You see him sitting next to Barron?
Yeah, it's a little bit weird, but
Barron was so annoyed with that guy, dude. He was like, I can't. Elon's been living at Mar-a-Lago with them.
What?
He's been.
does he need to live there when he could?
Because he doesn't have a house. Do you remember a few years ago when he sold everything?
Oh yeah, I forgot about
He sold everything. He goes, I'm going.
shirts.
All he's got is a Diet Coke.
He's a weird fucking guy, and he's in charge of a new branch of government. It could be good.
I have. What are your thoughts on
I'm really curious on your thoughts, Damon.
I just
that?
think Elon's corny.
What's Zuckerberg all based on?
MMA and ask.
Yeah.
Tits.
He changed.
He must be
Dude,
changed.
you
Switch
gotta
up.
change when you're allowing your platform to do all the shit that it was, and it seemed like he was so far on that other side. He's like, either if you can't beat it, you gotta. He had to join the team, otherwise he
Oh,
would have been a hated motherfucker. Dude.
Oh, yeah.
You're
Well,
right.
and he was already getting Meta was getting targeted hard by the FTC for
You guys know way more.
an
than I do.
antitrust.
You guys
Well,
are way
point
smarter.
is, he was just being targeted by the government under Biden, and so now he's like, hey Trump, hey man, come on, dude, we're gonna keep that thing going, right? Can't just cancel that out. Which
Like,
is cool.
watch,
Go
I'll
for it. You know.
Lift weights, fight a couple people.
Right.
I'd be cool.
Right. I'll do that. Come on. I'll be the nog. Put me in the front row. I'll look at her boobs.
Did you guys see when Theo lost?
Was that a prank? Was that planned?
I'm blaming Logan Paul for that.
It
I think
didn't
Jake
seem
did
like
something.
it. Dude.
But Nelk was sitting right next to him, dude.
They happened to be recording. I get that, but that's bold of Theo to fucking.
I don't think
Goddamn.
Theo was pissed,
Dude,
dude.
they stand up and be like, Kamala's chair.
Did he say that? No, he didn't.
It was funny,
See,
dude.
when you were talking about the reaction videos, I was like, man, I wish we could.
We could pull that up for sure. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, pull that one up.
We should have.
Dude,
oh,
Theo was tweeting though, back and forth with Logan Paul like
Yeah.
a couple days ago. He was like blaming him for the prank. He's like, I didn't think it was that funny.
But then Logan Paul responded and said, dude, Theo Vaughn sat on a busted chair that he knew he was busted, and we told him beforehand it was going to break. But then Theo Vaughn claims that, like, they effed with the chair.
Yeah, he's like, they fucked with my chair. Which, if
They're probably both in on it.
If the
The
Paul brothers
timing
were behind me,
is too... Maybe it's a little too much. Like,
Yeah.
why were they filming? But why was also Conor McGregor, Logan Paul, and someone else on a bus together? Did you guys see that?
Bunch of dorks.
Theo, yeah.
Yeah.
Theo, and
He
Paul
said, like, stay
stay
away from her, and it was somebody's mom.
Paul move.
There you go.
Dude, we can fall right in his lap, dude. Sorry, Bill.
Yeah, and Nelk, it's suspicious. It's suspicious.
It's hilarious either way, though.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the most embarrassing thing. And at the election, that's so embarrassing. Falling out of your chair.
Yeah, Trump is literally talking, dude. The new president's right there.
And as soon as he hits the deck, you hear like 10 Karens be like, shh.
Yeah. Shh. I'm listening.
Bitches.
Up and says, Kamala's chairs.
He's hilarious. He's hilarious.
I mean,
I
look
bet
at
they were both in on it.
They had to have been. They had to have been. And they won't claim it because everyone goes, that's distasteful. You know what I'm saying? They're never going to claim it.
They've done some distasteful things.
Yeah. It's like,
Knocked out the elderly.
What?
Suicide forward.
Oh, Tyson.
Everybody's business gets the senior citizens.
Oh, Mike
Yeah.
Tyson's ass after the fucking post.
I don't need to pull that one up.
hilarious. That was classic. Tyson does not care, dude. He's just living. He's the man,
He
dude.
just kept
What
rolling.
does he have to care about?
Nothing. He's won at everything, dude.
Exactly.
He's done it all.
Like, that's the American dream. It's like him and like Arnold Schwarzenegger. They're just like two guys. They just beat the system, dude.
Right.
Yeah.
He's like smoked crack, done ounces of cocaine, hangs out with, Donald Trump, Dana White, gets all, like, when you're Mike Tyson,
When you're Mike
you can
Tyson,
do anything.
yeah, you get what you want.
He's had a crazy life.
He's a crazy life. Plus, did you ever see that his like show? He had like an animated show with Norm Macdonald. It was very
Never
funny.
did say that. Like a cartoon?
Yeah.
No.
It was pretty funny. It's like you wouldn't expect it because it's Mike Tyson as Mike Tyson in like an Adult Swim cartoon. It's honestly pretty funny.
Is it?
Really?
Because then you have Norm Macdonald just being like crass as hell. You know, he plays like a pigeon in it, so he's just a pigeon saying like fucked up stuff the whole time. It's just like Adult Swim, baked at night type shit. That's what I'm saying. We've done it all.
Saying Adult Swim. I'm not exactly. Might have to make you elaborate on that one.
That's like the Comedy Central channel, Adult Swim. You know what I'm saying?
We don't need to elaborate.
Swim channels? Is that like the stuff?
All of the It's this website, dude. You should check it out.
HBO paper.
Do you guys have like what's the best free activity?
Best free activity?
Best free activity to you?
Do like with the homies?
Just or by yourself. But free?
Jerking off, dude.
Masturbation.
No, hiking. 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 Hiking.
You should have known to say fucking hiking.
That is so funny that all three of you unanimously said masturbation. You said jerk it off for sure.
The fact that he's the only one that
I was
didn't
thinking
say it
fucking
is where you gotta be.
paddleboarding is. I was thinking
Paddleboarding?
fucking lake.
Now he's
That's
going
fucking lake.
overly simple. No. Yeah, dude, I got a lot of questions for all of you guys, bro. I feel like I can lead an interview.
All right. All right.
It's like you. Like, I got questions.
Do it, dude.
Let's go first. Give.
Gibbs.
No, you said something. Oh yeah, when you talked about Doge, and I wanted to know. You're the crypto maniac, dude. So what is it? Am I missing out? Can you give us like a I don't mean to take over,
No, this is great.
but am I missing out? Give me the legitimate rundown that I can understand. Don't try to hit me with all these words that I don't understand and make you seem cooler than me.
Yeah, I'll give you some more now. I said Doge because I
I
thought
know, just that's confusing.
I thought you were talking about the fucking department
I
of
was,
government
and then you
efficiency.
said something else, and I was like, Crypto King. We're gonna circle back to that.
Well, I think fucking crypto. I think it'll go up in 2025. If you remember 2021 and 2017, it was like crazy years for Bitcoin and ETH before they came crashing down.
I'm familiar.
Right? And then, so I think 2025 is that year where it's like there's 4-year cycles. So 2017 was crazy, 2021, and then 2025. So I think Bitcoin's going to rip fucking high this year to maybe 150, 180 conservatively. And then it's going to bring everything else with it up. Fucking maybe Doge to $1, maybe a little higher. Maybe ETH to like 5, 6, 7,000. But then I think it's going to be followed by a big crash. Like another one of those, but I could be wrong too. That
So
could be
in
nuts.
20 years, you think eventually it's still a good investment?
Oh, dude.
Easy.
3 years, it'll even be higher. I think Bitcoin's going to be 500,000
But they go on these
a million.
4-year swings, you said. So
Yeah,
eventually, even after all the swings, it's climbing. That's what you-
total.
So my next question is, I know that like the majority, I don't think you post anything online that's not like crypto related, which is more respectable as an adult than someone who's posting online 24/7 like mirror selfies and shit.
Right.
I mean, like just more respectable. Like I respect it. Don't get me wrong.
100%.
So I'm not trying to confuse that. But so if you were just barely graduated high school or whatever the case may be, and you have $1,000, it seems like crypto is like big for you. So is it big for you to the point where you only had $1,000 and you need to worry about all the other stuff that life brings? Would you still invest in crypto?
No, I think if you need the money, keep it. But if you have money sitting that you're looking to invest,
But if it's that obvious of a come up, bro, throw $50 in there, and then
Exactly.
you do anything. Like, is that gonna do? Because
Yes.
I don't
genuine.
think, I don't
Yes.
think
I
bucks is
don't
gonna
do
do a
crypto.
lot.
No. The point is, if you have the money just sitting there, other than in your savings account, yes, it is more worth it to put it in Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is going to raise on a higher percentage than any bond or any investment that you would make.
I need to go grab that. You know what I mean?
If you could,
You can grab it.
Savings account because there's a chance I need to go use that shit.
Right.
But it's not in crypto because there's a chance it could drop to zero.
I mean, it might take 3 to 5 days. But yeah, but that's the same with any investment that you make. That's the same with Apple. That's the same with Microsoft.
That like investing obviously is big for kids, and it's something that I feel like someone like him makes me feel like I'm a dumbass for not being involved in it. Which is so I'm like
Bone. Bone.
Talk. That's what I want.
I just barely made $5,000 over the past 3 months,
That's a lot.
right?
Oh, we should stop the
I
story
do.
there.
I
I lost it all on Monday.
do. Went over, stripper, what happened?
Same thing.
You know,
No, tell him. Tell him what happened.
I got overbearing. I was overconfident, and everything that I had been calling and taking my time on and going, that's a good one. That's going to go. I would put $30 in, and consistently, I've turned $30 into a couple $100, even a couple $1,000.
He may be confused that some of these coins are new. Like if you're gonna put money and put it in like Bitcoin,
Something
XRP,
established. Yeah.
and Solana.
Something you know is not
and
gonna.
Exactly.
That's what happened to you.
It's a slow grind.
Exactly. No, I was an
He
idiot.
was buying more new stuff. Cause nowadays,
the gamble coins.
people, some small amount of people are like getting in on early coins and like making good money. And we were making good
And
money
then
this
right.
weekend. And Dave was calling out some crazy good tickers because Trump came out with a fucking meme coin. Did you hear about that?
I did hear about that.
So all this other, like Baron, this fucking Baron coin came out.
That was
He
unofficial.
called it
though.
out
The
like
only
one
ones.
$1.
This is what this call got my confidence crazy, Corbin. I said I'm a goddamn genius.
He thought it was Jordan Belfort, dude.
I literally.
Bound.
Yeah, they,
Who's he?
No, he was kind of gambling on newer
not
stuff.
kinda. He was gambling.
Not
I was gambling. No, 100% what happened was the day Trump was doing his fucking speech,
You were feeling it, brother.
every time every
Mega hat. Shirtless.
Yeah, just the boxers, dude.
dude, my dad's sitting at the same table with me, just like scoffing at every word that Trump says, and I'm going, hoorah, dude. No, dude. He gets where I'm coming from. And he's honestly, I've got him on my side. He's hopeful, 100%. Why wouldn't you be? Everybody,
Optimistic now than he was 6 months ago.
no.
Anyone in America should be.
I bet he is. No, I
Dude,
don't know.
6
I bet you he's the same.
Oh yeah.
I bet you he's the same. But if I have anything to say about it, it's been going up. You know what I'm saying? And that's not entirely because of who just got inaugurated. I think that we've needed this feeling for the past 6-8 years. It's like, it's literally the simple name change of the Gulf of America. It's the same thing as president. In the past 4 days, nothing's changed. There's been a name change on who's president, and there's a better feeling universally. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not universally. To be honest, no, 50%, 60%, because honestly, there is a big part of the country that is truly afraid. And they have,
Not 60%.
What is
Dave.
there
5
been
to 10%.
substance for
Yeah.
them to be afraid
What do you
of?
think?
Because
Besides
they're
the
illegal
fires.
immigrants, 'cause
Besides
they
the
might
fires.
be afraid.
no, I'm talking about liberals.
Their houses all just burned down, dude. That's all they could think about. You know?
They got
What
money
if-
in the
what if
bank.
Trump-
Shorty, what you think? They're going to the next rich ass spot.
A lot of people are afraid.
Right. It is all rich area.
No. Here, people, the other side is afraid that people like you and me are going to start being cocky assholes and saying fucking transphobic shit and homophobic shit blatantly. That's what people are afraid of.
That's a legitimate, justified fear.
I don't. I mean, we have a podcast and we do say. But it's not.
We are talking crazy over there.
But honestly, I don't think I say anything on here I wouldn't say to any single person to their face, and none of it is like hateful. Absolutely.
I know this by knowing you for the last 10 years or more. I know that at the end of the day, you don't want anything negative for anyone. You want what's best for everyone.
Exactly.
Your own personal opinion, but you don't hope for anything negative to happen to any one or group of people.
No.
And I 100% believe that. And that's why if somebody disagrees with me on political things, honestly, I believe, my friends especially, it's like, I don't care if they are left-leaning and I'm right-leaning. I believe at the end of the day, they don't want my family to have some negative shit happen to them, and I would never want anything negative to happen to them. So they might just have a little bit different perspective.
Exactly.
What's best for each other.
Exactly.
Believe that.
Me too.
And then if you don't think that, we're fucked.
That's a bars, Corbin. I've got to get another beer. 'Cause holy shit, dude. Can we get another round of applause for Corbin?
USA, dude.
And it's true.
That is
because
what it's
that's
about.
just what he was saying. I was like, what do you think about drilling? What do you think about Trump
Drilling?
coming in? He's like, honestly, if he can help and he can make it better for us, I just want him to deliver.
If he
That's
delivers
all
on
we want.
everything, like I'm willing to admit maybe I don't understand what he's talking about when he's up there. Maybe it's like when people talk about tariffs and they're like that raises prices. I could be wrong. I hope he's right. I hope that when he starts getting this money from China and he gets all this money from other countries, I hope we get that money. But I hope it helps everybody. Is all I'm saying.
He's
I
got to
honestly
deliver.
I just don't want Jeff Bezos to
wants
get a
the
raise.
Kids of China to have a worse life going forward.
Right.
Like,
To be honest, I'll tell you from my personal experience, 2016, I didn't think that. I did think he wanted to be a dictator. I did think he wanted absolute power. And I did think he only cared about himself.
at the expense of other people.
Yes. And I don't think that just about him. I think that about politicians and businessmen at the most extremes and the best. If you're the best businessman, you're a fucker.
Yeah, you're making
probably done
deals to
some
make
shit.
yourself.
If you're the best politician, you've done some slimy shit.
Besides Trump, because he's not a politician.
Here's the thing. No, but he's a businessman.
He's both
He's
now.
born rich though, so he didn't have to. Like, he just had to be smart. He didn't have to.
That's a good point. His dad did all the slimy shit. He never had to. But but being born into that, I mean, you will just naturally learn to do some
He's for sure done some things that are
right.
not morally correct.
But that's a good point. Maybe it was just like normal for him. And here was my point, like the best Americans in my opinion aren't the best moral people. They're the Penguin. I swear to God, the in my opinion, the best people have their own agendas, cuz you really can't have morality and a family.
Whoa,
I'll
that's
let you-
crazy.
Yeah, we have to
What?
elaborate on
That's
that.
crazy.
You can't.
Explain that to me.
If you have a family, you will do anything for your family, for your kids, for their betterment, not the betterment of the globe.
It's not about the
feel that.
globe. It's just about
feel
you.
that.
It's just about
It's
your
not a-
neighborhood.
yeah,
It's like that human.
But no,
Between, like,
That's like
because
a
I'm
false
a parent, and you don't
comparison.
have to. I've never had to choose between, like, my kid, with my own personal time and my own personal
right.
energy, money, everything. I do have to make that decision, but it has nothing to do with my neighbor.
Yeah.
Or it hasn't, because we're lucky enough to live in America.
Yeah. You've never had to kill ISIS.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Right. But in the most extremes, if you had to,
Yeah, like if you live in Afghanistan,
Right,
it
if there's-
might be a different
Well,
story.
but I'm saying, like, even if it came down to food, if you are lucky, we are lucky to be in a point where we have money and we work hard. You're a hard worker. You're a great dad and you provide for the people that you need to and yourself. You know what I'm saying? But if you were born into a different situation and you got into a situation where you did have kids and you couldn't provide for them, you would do anything for those kids. And I don't think that makes you a morally bad person for harming somebody else to provide for your kids.
like
The
Squid
kid's
Games.
out of the situation, you kind of do the same thing for
Yeah.
yourself.
I wouldn't.
It's just that your drive's
Hey, dude,
harder.
if it's like
Yeah.
me or Carson, one of us has to go,
There's
bro.
one.
I would say, yeah.
I have to do what's good for for me, bro. And I know
I disagree.
hold it against him.
I disagree.
I'm not gonna die for Carson.
I'm glad you said that.
I disagree on that.
I love him, but like, dude, if it's like, no, I love Carson, and like, and it's like a certain situation, I shouldn't say I'm not gonna die for Carson. But like, if we're all like, if World War III breaks out, bro, I'm not worried about Carson. I'm
Right.
worried about my food, me and my kids. Like,
I'm not.
Exactly.
unfortunately, I am. So that may be where we're different, and I believe that about you.
I'm
You
not.
have to understand that about you.
If
He'd be alive if he could.
no,
You just died of starvation?
no, but I would go. The people need me. My purpose is changed. You know what I'm saying? I don't have selfly desires.
Let's bleep out the part where I said I would die for Carson.
That's hilarious. I wouldn't
It comes down to desire.
No, that's just that's the rock solid
No,
truth.
I don't mean to cut you off.
It comes down to desire.
Yeah.
If the world was ending and people are starving and people are out there suffering, not just like in another country, my neighbors, then my objective doesn't fucking matter because the people around me are suffering. You know what I'm saying?
People come together.
I don't know, bro. We've been lucky enough to never been put in that situation. But when you look around and you see these people are worried about themselves and they're going to make sure, when it comes down to it, they take my fucking food off of my pantry for themselves.
It's a really good point.
So, I mean, you know what I mean? So it's like, dude, you only have yourself. So it's like, if
I
you
don't feel that
look
way.
out for yourself, no one
I
will.
don't feel that way.
No one will.
I don't feel that way. If something were to go down, especially in
I mean, I'm with you.
in Utah, our neighbors would help our neighbors.
Culture has a lot to do with it.
The Mormons are prepared for this.
At
And then
first.
shit
They
gets
got real
really
bad.
scarce, and
Yeah.
90% of people are dead in their house, bro. And it's like, here we go.
People share food as long as they still got food in the pantry.
Yeah.
Like they still got food in the pantry. They're like, yeah, let's have
And I'm
dinner
not gonna
tonight.
go say, I'm gonna, like, dude, I'm just saying.
I want to believe.
And if you're too worried about everyone else, you'll be one of those 90% that's already dead.
I want to.
That's why
10%,
I'm
yeah.
a little bit more selfish, I feel like. Because
Definitely.
before I didn't have kids, bro, I'd been like, yeah, bro, like, I've.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Because if it got to that extreme, you would. That's exactly what I'm saying.
The ultimate truth.
And you're not a bad person for that. That's the right thing to do.
Let's just put. There's a reason that like it's women and children that make it the most. Make it out. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like that is the instinct.
Because
You know what I'm
of
saying?
people like Dave and their big heart.
Right. Well, that's the thing. It's like the whole.
It's not a big heart. It's I don't care about myself.
Go to the front line. That's what it is. The single males go to the front line. The married males back it up. You know what I'm saying? That just is what it
You're
is.
kind of a pussy if you don't have a family and shit, and you're just a fully capable young man.
I disagree.
Shit in the fan.
I disagree.
They need you out there.
Yeah. Well.
I'm debating on going even though I have kids. If I
You're-
know my kids are safe with like their
Have you thought?
I debate on going.
Why haven't you enlisted yet then?
Because I have 2 kids.
Because it's tough, dude.
We're not to that point. We got D Trump in office.
DJ
Shit's on the up and up, Dave.
I don't. I think we're in a position for you to say that, but I don't think you would have had that same position a long time ago. I don't, 8 years ago when you graduated. When you graduated high school, you did because you didn't.
Why didn't I?
Why didn't you just go enlist then?
Because we're blessed to be Americans, and that's like a rare thing that someone in my position that lives in South Jordan, Utah, that has blessings in their life has to genuinely consider. It's usually when you fuck up, unfortunately, from my perspective, it's like you might have had to really have fucked up, and so you don't have many other options to go to the military.
A fantastic perspective.
I'm not
You know
saying people in
No,
the military
Corbin.
fucked up by any means
No,
at all.
but that is
that's
what they
kind
prey
of
on.
like
That is what they prey
a
on.
main route.
Let me tell you something. For the past 9 years, not like all the time, but I have been asking all of the friends. I guarantee I've asked these two if they would enlist in the military. unanimously I've gotten a no. And it's made me think that we have lost something. I haven't been able to put my finger on what.
It's right.
But I feel like 50 years ago, it would have been different.
You guys have a grandparent that's
Yeah, almost all my grandparents.
my
Well, I had
grandpa.
I had three friends from high school going 3 different branches. It's not like people aren't going into the military. It's just that, like Corbin said, it has a lot to do with your socioeconomic position. AKA, if you're fine, if you have the option to finish high school and like you have a decent, scores and everything, and then you have the option to go to college, people choose to do that. The people that, oftentimes have no choice but to join the military are people from lower income statuses.
Right.
That's just the cold hard truth. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
when you have less options available, the military means 3 hots in a cot, but you're not in jail.
Free school.
You know what I'm saying? Free school, free
good
healthcare,
stuff.
the GI Bill. There's a lot of good things to it, but so that's the point. You know what I'm saying?
That's something I've never thought of.
Yeah, it's good for those guys. Like, I'm
You
not
get a
saying,
lot of good
but it's
stuff,
just like those
bro.
are the people that end up in it. So
Dude,
so to say that we haven't seen it, it's like, yeah, well, if we were from a different neighborhood, we probably would have seen a lot more of it.
Dude, I just met, so there's this girl that I used to work with. She was like the office manager or like receptionist or whatever you want to call it for the body shop that I work at. But she is, like, both of her parents born in Mexico. So she's just like a Mexican-American young girl. She's like 23. But so she kind of sees both sides of that life because like both her parents only speak Spanish. She speaks fluent English and Spanish. And so, and she's like, she grew up here in Texas and kind of bounced around type of thing. And she did not grow up with as many options as I did. I'll be the first to tell you that. And she is barely enrolled in the Army. I haven't talked to her for a couple months because she's in I think the Army or Air Force, something like that. But when she was like explaining to me all the benefits and like the reasons why she was doing it, I'm like, I can't think of a better option for you. Like this, she's like, in 20 years, I'll have like benefits for life. I'm gonna get into the position I want to do. And for her, it makes perfect sense. Like the most. And I also respect the fact that I have way more of a reason. My grandparents served in the U.S. military. She's a first generation U.S. citizen.
Right.
And she wants to go serve our country. So she's gonna. I respect 100%. The reasons that she's doing it, I was like, damn, maybe I should do that.
That's a really good point.
19 all over again.
I don't even know what
It
my
might be
point
worth
is
it.
exactly.
No, you.
I fully respect people that go into the military. I think
For
there's
sure.
a lot, and she didn't fuck up. She didn't fuck up at all.
No, you
she
don't have to
could
be
have
a
gone
fuck
and
up.
got any job. She's
Right.
very smart, but her reasons for wanting to go into the military and the money that she's going to be able to make, it's the best option for her. And
Yeah.
thank God, dude. It's cool that we have an option to go into the military where they'll take care of you. She has to pretty much sell her soul. Don't get me wrong, but they'll
I mean, yeah,
take
for
care
3
of-
years you're
No,
there.
just for a few years.
For a few years, you're
Bro,
locked
that's
in.
crazy.
Yeah.
She's like,
4 years.
4
She's
years.
like, they're
yeah.
taking my phone. I can't have no sugar. Like, if they catch her with like gum in her mouth type shit, it's like fucking 200
Is that
push-ups.
sugar free?
Sergeant, what type belt is that, candidate? D&G. And they're like, D&G? Dolce & Gabbana, hello?
Do you know what year that came out?
2008?
We'll look it up.
Honestly, yeah, maybe 2009.
Remember when you introduced us to diabetes?
Do the best you can. Good morning, I'm Wilford Brunley, and I'd like to talk to you for a few minutes about diabetes.
Is that the guy with the commercials?
You were close.
2009,
Diabetes.
damn it. We should play the Bruno fucking commercial for the squad.
The trailer?
Does it play with sound for the people of the internet, or do you get...
I could do that.
You can play it all.
If it's on YouTube,
I could do it. But
Biggest slap
If
smack
we get
yet.
copyrighted after all this gold...
God damn.
what do you think you could do?
Sacha Baron Cohen.
What do you think you could do that you have never done before?
Is there anything you haven't done before though? That's the real question.
Are you talking like physically, mentally, emotionally, sexually?
Confidently physical things that you could do that you've never done before. Like I could
Something like easy to say is like skydiving. I'd like to do that.
land a plane.
Oh, I could do that. Dad, oh, that
Okay.
has the most ultimate flight simulator. Like the night, dude. It's like you're in a real cockpit.
Damn, like in his house?
No shit.
His house, yeah, no, it's like, and dude, it's like an expensive ass video game.
Yeah.
It's like
They have one at the Leonardo.
Like all the
And
buttons
it-
and shit?
all
Like all the flips?
It's sick. And he's like, and he's down there like flying. The coolest part, dude, is that
Is he a pilot?
it's like real time. No, he just has like an interest in that stuff.
Those things are sick.
It's real time. So if like you guys are like, yo, I'm going to California, and then I'm like, dude, I'm gonna take off on my flight sim.
I'll be there
You can
with you.
see the actual plane like that you guys are on. Yeah. And I'd be like, dude, I'm right next to you.
Yeah.
You're really obviously.
I'm going to Mexico.
Dude, I'm gonna go to Parker. And I'm gonna fly my ass right. Anyways, just on a random note, just to pat myself on the back.
You like
I did it, dude, and I was like, "Oh, dude," he's like, "You're the best I've ever
You're a
seen
natural.
for a fucking rookie, dude." He's like, "I swear to God, if your plane ever."
Ever since
That stuck with me, dude.
That's sick.
That stuck with me, dude.
You just
and
gotta
I
trust you.
You think you can land a plane, Gibbs? Have you flown? Have you flown it? Have you flown it? Oh yeah, you did. You landed it, and he.
What
Fucking-
kind of plane did you land? Do you know?
Sorry.
Full Boeing, I think.
A full beast. A
I
full
think it was
bird.
a full passenger size.
God.
2-story.
I'm just kidding. I have no idea.
How was the wind?
How was the wind?
Mild conditions.
Which airport? Salt Lake?
No, West Jordan, dude.
Oh, the little airport.
Yeah.
So it was like a,
Landing, Jordan Landing.
That would've been a small
Can
plane.
you
Yeah.
take off from an airport? Like,
Dude, it's like crazy realistic. I think if you drove your fucking Altima down the road by the
could
airport,
see-
I would see you.
Could you land a plane, Gibby?
those things are expensive
no,
and nice.
not like him.
I'm no
Take
Corbin.
that for what it's worth.
I think I could sail from Florida to Italy.
What, in a
I could
rowboat?
fly it, but I could.
You
All
mean-
motor and all sail.
On a sailboat.
From wait, where?
Do you really?
Where to Italy?
Hermes route.
Florida
No, you
to
couldn't.
Italy,
I could.
dude.
People did that.
Top of Africa to Italy would be a fucking.
Yeah, you couldn't even go from like Gibraltar. Like,
Give me 2 years preparation. I could sail from Florida to Italy.
You tried to trick me. I've watched the podcast before. And you guys have talked about.
No. Yeah. Lieutenant Dan. No.
that is.
I could do it.
Read right through your plan.
No, I'm telling you things I believe I could do that I've never done before. I'd planned for it for 2 years and I'd do it.
If you
Just a
went
lot of,
and
like,
got the training,
Dude, you'd have to.
You would just look up on.
So
if you
much
got 2 years of training,
navigation skills as far as like the
Let me tell you something.
winds and the fucking stars.
Let me tell you something. No, let me tell you something. This guy I work with, no, he started
Stand up and leave if you said it.
that'd be crazy.
He fucking started stargazing in March last year, 2024. I remember working with him, and he told me he was going on a trip, and I was like, "Oh, that's fire."
Psychedelic one or physical?
I'm sure it's psychedelic, but this guy's
You had to study these stars for that?
he's pretty like zoned in. I don't want to say he's autistic. He's a coworker, but he's very particular.
Zoned in as a.
Guys, it's really zoned in.
When he gets focused on something, this guy is dialed.
On the
No, I
spec.
knew exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I can picture him.
And then in September, I worked with him again, and he was obviously having a pretty bad day. I was like, "How you doing?" He was like, "Good." Nothing. Wasn't getting any conversation out of him, you know? And I was like, "Oh, I remember you said you were going to some national park to stargaze." And this guy, for 45 minutes, just nonstop, he was like, "Yeah, I did." Boom. Went to his computer, pulled up a star map that he could go to the date and time and location of where he was, and pulled up the map of the stars. Started zooming in on clusters, galaxies, going, "This is what this is, this is what this is, this is what this is." Telling me about it, telling me the history about it. And I was like, "Bro, when did you get into stargazing?" I was like, "You must have been doing this your whole life." He goes, "March." He goes, "When I went out, I got really absorbed in the stars, and he's been going out and planning trips and just looking at the stars. It's not that hard. They're the same. It's the same sky every night."
But you're not as zoned in.
No, dude. It's not that hard, Corbin.
Are you sure he didn't get abducted by aliens?
It.
He's just like obsessed.
Can you memorize a piece of paper that you look at every day? If you looked at the same piece of paper every day, could you memorize it?
Yeah, I mean,
It's the stars.
studying it. Yeah, I'm not saying that you couldn't.
It's the stars. And so.
The wind and the pirates. All that stuff that I'm more worried about with you.
It's that fucking astronaut.
Yeah, dude.
It's more that stuff. If you're smart enough to know what direction. It's called a compass, bro. You need to be so zoned in.
I don't
You
think
just
you
need
can
a
do it.
compass.
I don't think you can do it, Dave.
I could get through a NASCAR race without crashing.
Like 500 laps? Or are we talking just like
Start to end, pit stop, pit in, pit out.
dead last?
Probably.
First
yeah,
drive,
dead last.
No.
Yeah,
I think
You're
he'd
so
get last. I think he'd
stupid.
get lap, dude.
Top 50.
out of how many?
I don't know.
You want?
Out of a
Yeah, I
51.
think there's only like 52 guys out there.
I don't think you can take second to last.
No, me neither. You would be last.
Mm-mm.
Okay,
I don't.
boys.
NASCAR's the least.
Let me finish it then.
Likely, this first one or the second one? Would he
was
make
the
it
first
to Italy on a damn sailboat, or would he
Oh.
finish a fucking
A sailboat?
If you
Where have you been?
It's a fucking plane.
And not coming last.
Dude,
No,
if you went and trained
I don't think
right
you
now,
would.
No, I think I could do that right now. I think I could do that right now.
okay, with no
He said he
training,
gets
no.
2 years to study with autism on the
That's right. If I got autism for 2 years,
He's got it.
So he got like a superpower.
that is crazy.
Not with as I am. Me.
You
Oh,
could
yeah,
not
fine.
get in a sailboat tomorrow and fly to Italy, but you could at least drive a NASCAR. But you'd probably go 55 miles an hour and
Dude,
get
so
plowed.
every other person you're going against is a trained professional.
Yes.
And you think you can beat him.
Yes. At least one. At least one. Yeah. Yes. No doubt about it.
You would die.
No.
They'd rear end.
Let me keep going.
When would Dave die sooner?
I got more.
Okay, which one would Dave die sooner?
NASCAR. Because he'd make
NASCAR.
it 30 minutes.
I'd let
In
it.
the
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
think
have time to perform masturbation even once if he didn't get to make it 30 minutes.
Yeah,
Hey.
literally no.
Yeah, dude, you get too distracted.
You survive as long as you have water on the boat,
No.
but you lost floating out there
30
forever.
minutes later, you can still see his ass from fucking South Beach Club. You'd be like,
Yeah,
we're in the club looking out at his ass and being like, look, there he is.
you'd still see him out
Heading to
there.
fucking Italy.
Yeah, doing this with the ropes.
He's still trying to get past the first wave. He's still trying to get past the rage of first wave.
He's just out there getting fucking
The
thrown
wind
around.
is taking him the complete wrong direction.
He's throwing
He's headed
out.
to Cuba.
I call you guys. I'm in Italy, guys.
fucking buoy on.
I think I can enter any country illegally without a passport.
Dude, say something.
I swear to God, I wrote all these down. I swear to God, I believe these.
Any country.
Any,
Why?
Not North Korea, that's for damn sure.
I could enter any country.
Think
Well, I
about
guess
the
Without a
easiest country.
passport.
Yeah.
Why?
What?
You just gotta find the right fence to hop over.
Canada.
Canada, you
Why?
can get to
You might
Canada.
get fucked getting caught in Canada.
That's someone that's barely ever been in the airport. Like, you don't even know what security's like. You've never been through customs. You time. You go to Mexico for the first time.
He doesn't even have a passport.
You can't fly to the country you're getting in illegally, Carson.
Yeah, you
Can
can.
if you have.
If you're talented.
Yeah, but that's not how I'd do it. Sorry, I got continued.
Cut it! Hold on. I'm
What?
loving where you're going with these, but I really want to hear something that you genuinely.
I genuinely believe these.
Just because you'd get tossed in the ocean right off Miami Beach. You wouldn't be able to go 30 feet.
I could become the president for 2 terms.
Of what country?
United States of America.
You can become the president of the book club for 2 terms, maybe.
Maybe the trading room.
We're gonna have to make some lifestyle and habit changes, but I might think that's the most possible of anything you've said.
No way. That is crazier than any fucking thing I've said.
We'd have to completely delete
I guarantee
everything
you,
off
I
the
think
internet.
that's more possible than anything you've said so far. I'm seeing a couple decorations behind you that may need to go if it's gonna have to come. The Indian peace pipe is more what I was thinking.
Got it.
Dude, that's a cool picture.
Thanks.
Yeah. The peace pipe is pretty impressive, though.
Fuck.
Why, Gibbs? Bro, that's is that sacrilegious?
No,
By definition,
he was joking. He was joking around. He don't believe in God. He hates Trump. That's why I was like,
This
Whoa!
podcast just got extended by a long ass time.
take it down.
This is how we started. We started with it up, and he wouldn't pod with it up, so I had to take it down. I don't think so.
Picture. I like the picture, but it was the content.
Does the people of the
The jury?
camera know what the picture is?
I like.
Probably not.
Tell.
Well, they can't even
They can't even see
How
it.
small it is?
tell them.
It's I have to put it on now.
We'll hold it up close.
I'll put.
For everybody, because he's a mad scientist with his editing skills.
Have you been liking it?
Yeah, dude.
Thank you.
So you
It's,
can
it's
watch it.
pretty profesh.
Dude,
I'll be honest,
Dave's
I rarely
crazy.
make it through a whole entire thing just because I'm busy.
Right. No way.
Yeah, no, yeah, seriously, I do tap in. And I'll just listen while I'm working, but then usually something happens at work and I gotta take my AirPod out and I don't usually make it through the whole
That's makes sense. That makes sense. That's fire. That gives me hope. That makes me think that maybe this isn't just fucking going into the ether. You know what I'm saying?
Is
I'm
it your
sharing this.
goal to make this something more than just for the homies to look?
Of course, I would like to not have to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but a big part of that process is developing talent. Because it's
true.
like,
If you don't
'cause
practice and
if
mess
you don't
around,
practice, if you don't stay consistent,
This guy's got no. This guy's got something. There. he shows up at our podcast and goes, "Do you think it takes any working at to do?" It's.
This one's a hit.
we better get some most views.
We're all sharing this.
That's right.
I could steal a car off a sales lot and sell it without getting caught.
Duh.
That I believe.
Yeah.
Based
That's the
off of
easiest
some of
thing
the
to
things
say.
I know about Dave.
I'm all of these I've meant as much as that one.
You can do that
Okay,
off
let
the
me think
fly.
of something crazy that I could do, because I believe that. There's not much of a reaction if I just simply believe it.
Right.
I get what you're saying.
So, something crazy I could do.
That you've never done before, but you 100% believe you can do it.
Dude, most of the things that come to mind are inappropriate.
Last week.
Based.
Yeah. You could like join the Marine,
Yeah.
get 100 kills.
IRL
Confirmed?
100 kills.
I don't know. No, I could. I don't know about that, but I could definitely join the Marines. Navy SEAL was so easy I didn't put it on my fucking list. I'm so serious.
No, the seals is so hard.
No, I can.
Not even big enough.
You're so fucking.
I'm the perfect size to become a Navy SEAL.
Can you do 80 push-ups in a row?
Yes.
He can do 20.
I'm not gonna make you.
I will go pee. And
So many.
I'm going pee and I'm doing 80 push-ups.
Oh my God,
I'm
and then he
sorry.
throws up.
I'm sorry for the people.
He thinks
I don't
he's
think
Rogan.
you can do
We'll
this.
skip because
Fucking David Goggins is going to the bathroom right now.
he's like, carry the boats, carry the boats. He's
I'm
like,
going pee after Dave. I don't think he can.
That is
I think
crazy.
he's trying to do a Rogan. Remember when Rogan did
What do you
try to
think
do
he's doing to prepare himself? Like, what can you do to prepare yourself to
He's
do 80
praying.
push-ups?
That's what he's doing. He's praying.
He's gonna be
He's
burnt
like,
out.
oh God,
No, wait,
please let me get over 25. No, honest,
Let
right
me
now,
get
before he
30.
comes back, what's your prediction?
I'm saying 30.
I'm saying 18.
Is that high?
Dude, that's a lot of push-ups.
I'm
Dude,
saying 18.
Dave's
No,
pretty fit.
that- I
Dave's
mean-
pretty fit.
No, he's
Dave's
fucking
pretty fit.
Oh,
He's
he's been
stronger than
going
you
lately.
think.
He's been going
And
lately.
he's light.
He's stronger
Dave's-
than you
I mean,
think.
I'll
he's,
say
he's
20.
yoked.
I'll give him-
He's yoked.
I'll give him 55.
I'll give him
55?
30.
Okay,
Dude,
I'm
because
taking, I'm
dead
saying 30.
ass,
I'm
I
saying
said
30.
80 to him because I think that's the number that I
I'm
would.
going 36.
If someone
35.
said-
Out.
If someone said, "Can you do 80?" I'd be like, "Fuck." If you said
Yeah.
70, probably.
You think you can do 70?
I'm not saying that for the record
I'm the-
because
yeah.
I'm not gonna get on the ground and do it. But
I'm
Yeah.
going 36.
David confidently said he thinks he
You
can.
confident can do anything?
All right.
I definitely could
There
not.
he is. Dude, he
You
looks
go-
stronger than I thought when he.
I
first
know,
came
right?
up
That's
after
why
that.
he did it. That's what he was
20.
practicing in there. That's what he
Dude, did you just inject steroids in the bathroom?
You can't make me laugh.
Okay.
You really can't make me
Oh,
fucking
that's
laugh.
cheating.
Dude, this is a
Get on
fucking-
camera.
This is
Move
an
those,
all-time
move those,
moment
move
for
those.
the pod.
Yeah.
This is- okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20,
That's nice.
21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27,
Not bad.
28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40,
Woo!
41,
Halfway.
42,
Halfway.
43. Come on, you can't take a break. Keep going. 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. There's about halfway. 49.
48?
48's good.
He's closest.
48's better than good.
Dude,
That's
Dave,
great.
let me just
48
say,
with
Good
a
job,
belly
Dave.
full of beer?
Good job, Dave.
with a belly
Wow.
full of beer, let me tell all you listeners, that's impressive.
That's more than I thought. I said 30. I said 30.
I gave you 55, dude.
He did. He did. Well, but yeah, with that going over.
But the Navy SEALs takes training.
It does.
And
Skip a beat.
with training, I could join the Navy SEAls. Genuinely. Believe it.
Dave, who would win in a boxing match tonight? Me?
Tonight, you easily. I just did 48 push-ups.
Tomorrow.
Exactly.
2 days from now.
No,
You have about 80 pounds on you.
That's why it's a good question.
That's not what.
could you summit Mount Everest?
Probably not.
Why do you not believe in yourself? No,
He'd be the one that's
Dave, you
frozen on the
couldn't
side.
either
I could.
if you didn't train.
Hey, I'll tell you the
No, I could.
Stupid.
chance. He believes.
I could summit Mount
I don't
Everest.
think you could.
I could.
Did you guys hear when Kanye? I'm sure this is not anything new, but when Kanye said, when he said it, it hit, bro. But this is not even funny. What's it called? Like the missing banister theory? Do you know what that is?
No idea.
It's like where everybody, we could all tightrope walk. We could all do it. But as soon as you put that exact same tightrope 30 stories above the ground. It's the only reason why we can't do it anymore is because of the fear. Like, so if you remove the fear, that's the superpower. Like, because you can do crazy ass shit.
You can.
All you have to do is like
Everyone can.
believe. That's why when I was like, bro, the reason he has more of a chance than you is because he believes it, bro. He's crazy enough to believe that he could climb Mount Everest.
It's not crazy.
What gives him a chance?
It's reality, though.
He had no chance. Because he said he can't do it, and he didn't
'cause he's
think
fat.
he can do it. I'm just kidding.
Well, Arnold Schwarzenegger said the same thing. When you're lifting weights, if you believe you can do it, you can do it. If you don't believe you can, you literally can't.
Do you know who Eddie Hall is?
Yeah.
He broke the dude. If you haven't seen the video of Eddie Hall breaking the deadlift record, he like almost doubled it. He lifted 500 kilograms, which is like 1,000 pounds in a deadlift, by like tapping into fight or flight. You know, like when like they say like a pregnant lady or whatever lifts a car off of a whatever. He like tapped into that, and he lifted like 300 more pounds than anyone ever had
Really?
at an event,
Wow.
and he almost died from it. It's a fucking sick story, dude. Eddie Hall,
You
he's
hold that up,
with the
Dave.
strongman count.
Hold it up, Dave. Eddie Hall.
Dude, Eddie Hall.
I lost my mouse. I lost my mouse.
No, you recognize him. He's like one of the strongmen, you know.
What, Dave?
My mouse.
And played QB for BYU.
Like
That's what my
QB.
first thought was.
That does sound like a BYU football player, though, doesn't it? Eddie Hall. Number 11, Eddie Hall.
It's that London
Okay.
guy, huh?
I think yeah, he is British, but he's huge. You'll probably
I'm
recognize his
crazy
face.
enough to believe
Eddie Hall deadlift
that
record.
I could walk on to the University of Utah football team as a true fucking freshman. And get 0
500 kilograms.
But
Wait,
Yeah.
where at?
University of Utah, big fucking 12.
Kicker.
Walk on.
Power 4 conference. I'm not gonna say I think I could make it onto the field in a live game, but I think I could make the team.
You think you dress?
Backup kicker.
I think I could.
You dress?
If Dave can climb fucking Mount Everest and sail to Italy, then fuck yes, I can do that.
Yeah, I believe you.
So I just looked up the easiest world records to break. Could you?
CDs bounce on one finger. Easy.
I'd do the most T-shirts one at once, but it's probably
Fastest time to type the alphabet? What is that?
off though.
I've seen
I don't think
big
Drake
guys
won.
put one shirts or like just
Like little guys that end up huge. Yeah.
2 seconds?
That's
I can't type
insane.
that. I'm not that good.
And it says it's possible for us to break that.
Most t-shirts worn at once.
It's probably like what?
Dave, we
100?
can do it. Dave, if you stood up,
260?
we can do it. But no, you need larges, extra large, XXL.
No, you need 5x, dude, by the end.
260?
This is super random, but I feel like it's a decent talking point. Something that I find interesting.
Talk to us.
How like the you started talking about big ass clothes, but the Lululemon dude, he like doesn't sell double XL clothes,
Of course not.
like or XL clothes or something like
Yeah.
that. Really? Because he does not want like fat people representing his brand.
Said no big bitches.
Like if you're fucking overweight, then don't wear Lululemon.
Yeah, he also named it Lululemon because Asians can't say it.
Bro, that's just dope. If you don't want fat people in
That
his
is kinda
clothes, so don't
tasty.
make fat people clothes.
I'm fucking exhausted over here, guys. I'm so tired right now. That was a bad idea.
That's so funny.
What the push?
Yeah.
Enough training. Easily make this.
Even
the Navy SEAL.
Yeah, you can climb Everest tomorrow. Look at it.
Thanks for coming, guys. It's been a great pod.
It has been
dude.
fantastic.
Thank you guys for having me.
You guys are the best. Like and subscribe. Burn your house down.
Yeah.
Gang, gang.
Don't tell me you didn't focus the whole time.
Oh my god. If the whole pod was like that, dude.
It was.
Just a little blurry. It usually is.
That's a lot blurry.
That's a lot blurry. It's more than usual.
That's a lot blurry.
Yeah, but
We could restart it. Dude, if that whole thing doesn't.
the sound quality, the sound's there.
It won't. That's how it is.
So
That's
you're
not
saying-
that much more blurry than usual, though. To be
It's-
fair.
To be honest, it's a lot. Not a thing.
Not with like if this
What
was
I
Hollywood,
what I have to
you
do
could
is this.
try, but because yeah, if you twist the little thing,
You forgot to fucking twist it.
yeah, that's a lot more clear, isn't it?
Is it?
Must be. You'd have to full size it because
Is that it?
I mean I can't tell
Bad
that size.
news.
That's
We
it.
gotta restart.
It's not gonna even